Howdy ho, good neighbors, what's going on? So a lot of times people put up posts saying share your link and things like that, which is awesome. It's community driven. It's helping other people. I think it's wonderful. Um, I want to take a step further. Um, I want to show people the trailers and the pages of a lot of campaigns that are worthy. The economy is tough right now. A lot of people are doing less on their campaigns than usual, but they're trying, they're struggling. People are getting frustrated, depressed, defeated, and I don't like to see that. I don't want to see any creators feeling down or defeated, or anything. I want people to be inspired. I want them to be motivated. And when things don't go right, I want you to stand up and say, "All right, you son of a bitch, let's go." And I want people to be tough. So, and there's some campaigns that are sweating. There are some that are funded, but they're not funding huge. So I want to show off a bunch of campaigns today. And if you are a campaign going on right now while I'm live and you want to drop the link in my DM, I will do a few minutes on your campaign and show your campaign right now live. And I do get a lot of after views. So you could get, 6, 7, 800 people. It's not huge, but, to see the campaign. So if you want, drop a link in my DM right now, and I'll add you to the list of trailers that I'm going to show today and a quick little rundown on the campaign page. And then you can drop your links in the chat, of course. Everybody drop your links in the chat. Nick, you don't have to send it to me. You're already one of the people. That's why you're tagged. I've already got you queued up, buddy. So I want to show off a few campaigns. Hang out. We're going to see some trailers. You're going to look at some comic books, and you may say, "Wow, that looks pretty cool. I didn't know about that." Or you may say, "I'll keep in mind for the next campaign," or reach out to to the um, the creator. But let's just show a little indie love. Let's put our money where our mouth is, and I want to show off some trailers. All right, so we're going to get to it right now. I'm going to cue it up. We are going to start with. It ends in 2 days. This is Elston Christopher on. That's what he goes by on Facebook, but his name is Christopher Elston in real life. Now, I'm not the booby kind of guy, granted, but he's a good guy, and this isn't over the top. He's doing his book to try to fund and make some money and support his publishing company. So we're going to show a few campaigns here. All right. We're going to start with Sultry Slashers. And this is for those of you who like, the more, it's a little mild. It's more tame, but like risque stuff. We're going to show the campaign. I'm going to take my face off of here because nobody cares about my mug. There's 45 hours left in the campaign, and they got $4,443, 82 backers. Here is the video. And just so you know, I don't I haven't intimately looked at some of these campaigns, but they're people I know, and I know they're of quality and they're good people. So if this has anything in there that is a little over top, I'm not aware. I apologize. All right. So that's the video. Now, some of you may wonder, why am I showing this? Because I'm usually not the type to go stuff. Because I'm telling you, uh, Christopher Elston is a really good guy, and he has a book called Rabbit's Badass Song that I really enjoy. And the book didn't do very well, and it's a shame. It's a big tragedy, no pun intended. So they're doing Social Slashers. They're trying to raise funds to continue doing Rabbit's Badass Song. So that's why I want to promote this, because it's going for a good cause. First of all, it goes to people who want this kind of content. There's Christopher Elston and Chastity Lassiter. Um, but it also will help them with their future campaigns and everything for their book that is awesome, Rabbit's Badass Song. And they do have copies available if you want to reach out to them to get it. So I'm just going to show you we're going to go through these fairly quick. I'm not going to go really long on these, but I want to show you these. And then I'll drop the links in the chat for people to see. And again, if you like pinup art, if you like the nude variants, you've got these here. If you like horror, it's a mashup of basically horror and pinups. And it's all, obviously there's some characters that are influenced or homages of, but it's all original characters for the most part. And there you go. So go check this out. It's got 45 hours left, just under 2 days. They're good people. And I'm telling you, Rabbit's Badass Song deserves a following. It is a really well written book. It is a really good looking book, and it's a great story. And I think people should give it a try. And you can help out by pledging to this if this is your kind of thing, because it helps their publishing company to continue to put out quality books like Rabbit's Badass Song. All right. So this is their campaign. They put a lot of love and work into this, and they give you your money's worth. And again, if you're into pinups and the sultry stuff, right, this is it for you. And they are Flash Delirium LLC. So go check them out. I didn't realize how much was on here. My goodness. You got stretch goals. You're not far from unlocking this first stretch goal. So, if you guys want to pledge and back and get there, again, it's not my thing, the pinup stuff, but I pledged without a reward $20 because I believe in them and what they're doing. And I want to see Rabbit's Badass Song continue. It is really an excellent indie book. I'm very serious about that. So Sultry Slashers, right now it's live. I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and we're going to go on from there to the next one. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Chris. Hey, Steve. Congratulations on the job, Steve. So, guys, stick around. Show some love to these people, okay? Because people work hard. And even if it's not something you like, maybe you have a friend that, knows has something. John Dexter just put a link in the chat, which we're going to discuss. He's launching his Alpha Dogs issue 4 with catch-ups 1 through 3. I enjoy Alpha Dogs a lot. That's another good indie book I like. I am going to be launching him, doing his live launch party tomorrow night on my channel, and we're going to launch it on Kickstarter, and I want you to come out and see that, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. All right. Here's Michael Ratliff. He's an artist, and he has an art book campaign that has 4 days to go, 25 backers, $2,096. He has an interesting cartoony style, which I like. And he does a lot of fun stuff using fun properties, as you can see here. So this is his art book, and you can get that now on Kickstarter with 4 days to go. That crow's pretty cool. He has a very unique style that is kind of all his own, which I always think about that. I think that's impressive when artists develop their own style and they're not trying to be somebody else. I think those artists should be rewarded. And those are samples. Again, you can pledge on any of these without a reward if you just want to support and help. It could be anything. It could be $1. It could be $10. It could be whatever you want. But this is what you get. Some awesome art. It's a 130-pound thick cardstock, and it's 80 pages of art. So it's a nice size book. It's 80 pages of art, guys. It's not chintzy at all. Oh, good. We got another backer there. Fantastic. It's not a chintzy book at all. It's 80 pages of art. It's basically, I mean, think about it. You spend $15, $20 on a print these days at a convention. Well, you're getting 80 prints in here for, what were his, for $30. Or you could just get the PDF. You can get a remark edition if you want to do some original art on the cover for $65. You could do with a commission for $140, so you can get real, original art that he'll draw with the book. So if you're an art fan and you really like that cartoony style or that really animated style, come check out Mike Ratliff's, the artwork of Mike Ratliff, Sketches, Volume 1, 80-page collection. And I'm going to drop it right now, the link in the chat. Daniel Buck, how are you, my friend? Anytime you have a campaign going with your book and something, let me know. If you have anything, like even a sign-up page right now, send the link or put the link in the chat. Daniel's a cool dude, does his own thing as well. All right, we're going to get back now to here. Here is Voyage. This is a book that has 8 days to go, and it needs your love. I did the interview with him last week. It's got 50 backers, 2270 of 8,300. So he really needs your love in the next 8 days. Voyage. And this is Zachary Marois. I'm going to play the trailer on this. Very cool. So if you like sci-fi, this is an epic adventure of a character named Sandaran going on his journey, travels to other worlds. There's so many different, there's architecture, sci-fi architecture. There's so many different alien races. I think you'll enjoy this. Zach is a Kubert School grad, and there's a Chris Campana cover. Chris is now a Marvel artist. Good for him. Congrats. And there you go. You know, we lost some people in the room. I really hope you stick around and give a look. It's a few minutes of your time to look at these trailers. You might find something you like. I know attention spans are short these days because we have so much, you know, being flooded at us. But if you could just take a few minutes of your time, you know, and take a look at these campaigns and show them love. And again, maybe this one isn't for you, but the next one is. You know, we're going to be showing quite a few, and it's going to be great. And we're just going to run through them. You know, we're not going to do anything too long. I want to keep your interest, but there's a lot going on here. Good, Angel. They appreciate you watching while cooking. So just show some love, guys. A few minutes of your time. Give them an honest look. I mean, honestly, if one of these campaigns had a big name on it, you'd be sitting there for 5 minutes listening to them drone on and on. Can you give the same attention to these indie guys? They really need it. You know, they really appreciate it and they need it. All right, so that's Zach's campaign. And again, Zach needs some love. He's at 2270 with $8,300 goal. That $8,300 goal is to pay for the book to be made. Zach works hard during the day and he needs your love. All right, we're going to drop that in the campaign, in the link, in the chat, sorry. Okay, now we're going to go to, who's the next person up? We're just going in order here. Cataclysm issue 1 by Robert Powers, which is tied into the next campaign. Hi, Terry, how are you? Zach's not on with me. I'm just showing a bunch of different Kickstarters, and I will end with showing Tragedy, of course. Terry, if you didn't know, Tragedy Chapter 5 is live now. If you're interested in taking a look, a lot of Kickstarter exclusives that are limited and a bunch of stuff I'm going to show you at the end. But you need to look at Rob Powers' Cataclysm. Rob's at 3463 of 6,000, so he's getting there to funding with 22 days to go. But we don't want him to have to sweat or poop his pants. So let's check this out. Very cool. So this is Rob Powers. Now he drew my book, The Dynamics, and Rob has a great sense of humor, and he has a cartoony style, but his art is very dynamic and energetic. Cataclysm is one of he's the fifth horseman of the apocalypse, and he's just looking for a vacation, but he's on Earth and he's dealing with the other horsemen. It's got raunchy humor. He's got a sidekick, Malik, and he deals with the four horsemen. And there's a lot of action. There's a lot of fun. I mean, you could see the energy that he puts in his panels. Rob is known for his Penguino's Revenge, which you can catch up and get on this too. We have some great covers, including Angel Manuel Lopez, who's on right now cooking dinner. He's a chef. He's an artist. Look at that. So here's his cover. You can go back that and check that out. And then there's some other great covers as well. Vamkir Tranel, that's a cool name, by the way, and that's a beautiful cover. Rob's cover himself and his other cover. And he's got a lot of goodies on here. And then there's the Francis Zeruto. And then there's the Ardian Saif. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize to Ardian or Arjun. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but he's an amazing artist. And then there's Penguino. Beautiful hardcover. I have it, and the hardcover it's just the production level, the quality is amazing. The pages, the gloss, the thickness of the paperweight, the hardcover, the art, just fantastic looking book. And he's got other stuff here, just really adding on. There's a crossover going on with Corrupt Moon, which is the next thing I'm going to show you by Nick Hughes. It's Nick's first book, and He Needs Your Love. And they're doing a cross promotion. So this is, you get the Cataclysm half if you back Corrupt Moon, and you get the Corrupt Moon half if you back this project for Cataclysm. Otherwise, you can't get the full piece. So back both campaigns and get the full poster. It's worth it. Illustrated by Rob Powers. You got some stretch goals here. We want to see, hopefully get to unlock. There's Rob and Maura. Just so you know, I represent Rob as well. I don't deal with his book. This is his own thing, but I do represent him. If you want a trailer done for your campaign, which he did the trailers on this, if you want logo design or a corner box or formatting for print or him to illustrate your book or do a cover, please reach out to me. Rob does everything. He's soup to nuts. He does lettering and sound effects. He does inking, coloring, and line work, sequential work, cover work, etc. Does trade logo design and corner box design, etc. So feel free to reach out to me. That's Rob Powers with his current campaign, Cataclysm. And we want to get him funded sooner or later. He's $2,537 away from funding. If my math was correct, I did that quickly. And again, he's doing a merger, a cross promotion with the next one, which is Corrupt Moon. And one of the reasons for that is he is also the illustrator doing the sequential work for Nick Hughes' book. So we're going to show you this. Corrupt Moon Bloodline Issue 1. Oh, wait, I forgot to drop Cataclysm's link. Sorry, hang on. Let me do that. And then we can go over to Corrupt Moon. And please feel free to share out this video and show it to everyone. Everyone. Sorry, that was a reference to the movie The Professional, which I absolutely love. And yes, Angel knows this book as well because Angel also has a cover on this book. You are just pimping out covers. Look at you. Okay. Corrupt Moon, Bloodline Issue 1. This is by Nick Hughes. I want to make a statement about something. If you look at this and you think, oh, it's just Venom Werewolf, it's not. All right. There are symbiote stories that can be told that aren't Venom, that are other things. You could take a trope and you can make it something new. And he does. He adds elements. And what he does is there's a military guy who had gotten bitten by a werewolf and is now a werewolf. And then an alien symbiote is ingested. And now he's the three personalities in one. So I find that interesting. I think that's cool. This is not a knockoff of anything. Give it a shot before you pass judgment. And he's at $1,674 with a $6,000 goal, 19 backers, 22 days to go. And he needs some love. He worked hard on this. Nick is passionate about this, and you really need to support passionate creators. All right, let's check this out. There's Angel's cover.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Zawoki, aka Nick Hughes, the creator of Corrupt Moon. I'm definitely excited for the first issue, the first Kickstarter that I'm ever doing, and I'm definitely excited to present this Corrupt Moon Bloodlines to you guys. Pretty much a spec ops soldier with his best friend that go on military missions, and apparently the government wanted him to do a special mission, and things went differently than expected, and things went kind of good, but they went kind of bad. And this character is named Zoe. He eventually gets it into different abilities. I'm not going to say anything because I want you guys to take a look at what's inside this comic book. I'm definitely excited that you guys.
We're gonna skip this to the other video because this is 4 minutes long and we don't want to drag that out. So we're gonna do this one.
They're making a whole lot of changes. Wrote a song about that, you should play it. I'm scared when I walk on these stages. I look at the crowd and see so many faces. Yeah, that's when I start to get anxious. That's when my thoughts can be dangerous. That's when I put on my makeup and drown in self-hatred. Forget what I'm saying and where the beat go? Oh, ain't that something? Drums came in, you ain't see that coming. Hands on my head, can't tell me nothing. Got a taste of the fame, it upon my stomach. Throw it back up like I don't want it. Wipe my face, clean up my vomit. OCD trying to push my buttons. I said don't touch it, now y'all done it. I can be critical, never typical. Intricate with every syllable, I'm a criminal. Intimate but never political, pretty visual. Even if you hate it, I'll make you feel like you're in it though. You call me what you want, but never call me forgettable. Leave you deep in thought, I can never swim in the kiddie pool. Waited, I've been thinking the cinematic is beautiful, man. I don't know if I'm making movies or music videos.
So Nick, I'm going to make a suggestion if you don't mind me saying so live. Switch the videos out. Put this one in up top for your main video. I think it's got more energy with the music, and it just gets to the point much quicker, and it's more attractive. Just my opinion. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I would switch the video. You can still switch the video. You can edit and switch the video even while you're live on the campaign. Put that other video as your main video. I highly recommend that. I think it'll draw more attention. But anyway, you got a bunch of different covers here. You got character designs to show you. There's the villain, one of the villains anyway, Smoic. And like I said, this is like he said, this is a spec ops military guy who had been bitten by a werewolf, and on top of that, then ingests an alien symbiote and becomes 3 entities in one. So it gets a little chaotic and crazy. And then there's Smoic, of course, who is the villain of this book, at least the first issue. And that's it. You got some reward tiers. He has a cool 3D model you can see here. He has one big one, and he's got the little ones, and they're really cool. And he even has, if you look down here, if you go to the campaign, look, it's a little symbiote in a jar, in a vial. It's so cool. And so cool little swag that you can get on this. Again, I want to remind everybody, first 40 backers get a Zoe Chibi sticker. I think Rob Powers did that as well. And I just want to remind everybody about the double print, right? And I want to remind everybody that if you really, it's not your thing, but you like Nick or you appreciate indie creators and you want to support, you can pledge without a reward, and it could be any amount of money. It could be any denomination, $1, $5 billion, whatever you want it to be. And you can support. And here again is the 3D model. So there's you have a chance to win a 10-inch statue of Zoe. So backing any tier $100 or more, and will enter you for a chance at the 10-inch statue. That's pretty cool. It's very detailed. He showed it on our live stream last week, which you can go check out on CreatorCon event on YouTube. And then you got add-ons. He's got swag. He's got T-shirts. Those are cool looking T-shirts, man. He's got movie posters. This is great, showing the Smoic, our Zoe, and him as the wolf symbiote. So it's very cool. You've got add-ons, more posters. This is the Angel Lopez cover, Manuel Lopez cover, and that looks so cool. I mean, he's locking and loading with those 4 arms, man. And you can see the energy and everything in the illustrations. There's a creative team. Let's get them to $6,000 to not only fund, but let's get you some free stuff, right? Everybody likes free stuff. Well, we got to get to those stretch goals. So let's do that. Let's help get Nick funded. He's pooping a brick here. He might even be pooping a symbiote, and we don't need that running around the world. So let's give him some love. He needs $4,326 if my math quickly is correct. So 19 backers. The first 40 get a free sticker off the bat. So come on, what are you waiting for? Do it. Yeah, Rob, you came in just after I was done with Cataclysm. I just dropped your link. So check it out. Give it a shot. Corrupt Moon Bloodline issue 1. Nick Hughes. He's a cool dude. He's passionate about this, just like the rest of these creators. And if you're tired of the same old stuff, or you're tired, or even if you love the new stuff still, but you hate the corporate world, there's no better way than to support independent publishers who are their own business people, small businesses, and they have the passion for these books. It's not a cash grab, it's a passion play, right, Pete Vasquez? So, that's what I'm going to tell you. So please check this out. I just dropped the link in. It's available right now. It's got 22 days to go, and he really could use your love. Show him some love. All of them. Rob Powers, Nick, Michael Ratliff, Elston Christopher, all of them. Zachary Morois. Now we've got M Squad. M Squad is by Jerry Rasco. Let me tell you something about Jerry. He's a really talented artist, and he's a hell of a nice guy. And this is a guy that he's been wanting to do this book for a long time. He was doing art commissions and selling art, and he was doing it the right way. He wasn't just rushing into the book. He was grinding and working to get the funds to do the book, which he illustrates himself, but obviously there are other costs involved. So he did it the right way. We're going to show his trailer. This is M Squad issue 1. So if you like traditional superhero team books, you were a 90s kid or 80s or 90s kid, you know what this is about. This is what you got to back. This is the deal. I'm going to drop the link, and then we're going to real quick go. Hey, Greg. I'm showing off a lot of other Kickstarters, and I'll end with mine. I wanted to try to get some love for a lot of guys, creators. So there's the studio cover by Jerry Rasco, who's the writer, creator, and illustrator of the book. Good guy. There's a synopsis there. Back in 1988, he tells you about what the video said. At 14, he created this, and he wanted to go. So it's his own team of superheroes ready to fight evil and protect the innocent. 24-page action-packed book. I love this cover. Adelso's a friend of mine. He's a friend of Jerry, of course, as well. Adelso's a big-time inker in the industry, but he's also an amazing line artist. And this cover is just incredible. I back this cover. Adelso is just awesome person and awesome talent. So, and Adelso is working on, Spawn over Brett Booth. And he did Brett Booth Bloodshot. He was on Brett Booth over the X-Men. He's done Rob Liefeld's work, etc. So very cool. And then there's a blank sketch cover. If you want to get that, you can always support artists. Then there are stretch goals. As everybody else, want to give free stuff. $2,000, you get a mini print of art, and you're almost there, right? You're gonna like 800 and change, 825, something like that. So let's get them to 2,000, and let's get that free stuff, guys. Jerry's a really reliable guy. All of these people, they will fulfill, and they will fulfill as promised. And I would not be putting them up here if they weren't that type of creator, because I won't support anybody who takes advantage of backers. So I promise you, 725, 825. Yeah, I was right. Okay. So I promise you, these people will deliver as promised. And Greg Johnston said, definitely support Jerry Rasco. He's an awesome guy and a hell of an artist. Absolutely. So there you go. I dropped his link. Who's next? Who's next? We got one more. My pal, my buddy, Cold Cutter creator, Charles W. Morgan. And Cold Cutter issue 2 with Ketchup issue 1 is a crime drama detective noir story that has action. Charles is the artist and the writer, and he's got some great people on this. He's got Joseph Rubenstein inking a cover, Mark McKenna inking a cover, and he has a Larry Stroman cover. So he's trying to give you your money's worth, hiring some legends in the industry. So we're going to show you this trailer done by Rob Powers, narrated by Rafael Tavares Jr., with art from the book done by Charles W. Morgan.
I find myself in the middle of a gun battle. I've been shot, bleeding, can't see through the smoke from my gun barrel. I can hear my heart beating in my ears. Faster, faster, desperate, so desperate to rescue Trish from these murderous crime lords. I have only moments to get to Liberty's ground to save her. They crossed the wrong guy, and nobody is gonna stop me.
So that's that. We've got issue 1, 4-Speed Studios. That's Charles' studio. There's Charles. There's Joseph Rubenstein, Mark McKenna, Larry Stroman, Jason Meadows, the letterer, who does my books as well. Look at that handsome dude. He had more chins back then, but look at that handsome dude. Rob Powers did the logo and the trailer and the corner box on this, and he digitized the 4-Speed Studios logo that Charles did. So Rob's got his hands in everything. He could have his hands in your campaign and make it a success too if you give him you contact me. Jesse Hagee is a cover colorist. Here are some samples from the interiors. Look at that car. Wow, that's illustrated really nicely. Car chases, gun battles. It's got action. Limited to 10. I know some of these are gone. You can get signed by Mark McKenna. For an extra, you can have your hand in Rob. You got blank sketch covers. Got sketch cover packs. 5-pack. You get a discount. That's Cold Cutter number 1 for Ketchup. Kenny Calderon cover. I represent Kenny Calderon. If you're interested, contact me. Cover number 2. Here's the first version, cover A option, I'm sorry, by Charles W. Morgan. Colored by Jesse Hagee. That's nice. I love that car. Great job. Not easy on that foreshortening there. Here's the calendar cover, again by Charles W. Morgan, colored by Jesse Hagee. And here is the cover C with Charles W. Morgan art and inked by Mark McKenna and colored by Jesse Hagee. Here is cover D by Charles Morgan with Joe Rubenstein colors and colored by Jesse Hagee. And then here's the Larry Stroman cover colored by Jesse Hagee. That's a nice cover. Very cool. You've got the catch-ups here you can do. You can get all 5 cover. You could pick 3 or get all 5 of the first cover set to Cold Cutter number 1. And you could do the same for number 2. You could pick 3, or you can get all of them, or you can get everything, every cover that 4-Speed Studios has put out. You could do that. Got stretch goals. You got some stickers. There's that car. Beautiful die cut foil sticker. But we got to get to 2,200. Can we get him there? And he's got original art for sale. So you can buy some original art. These aren't expensive. I think they're $50, 9x12. Very cool. Hiya. That's a cool one. And there you go. You can make anyone a version or a foil. And that's the campaign. Charles is a good man. He did well on his first campaign, over 3,000. He funds very quickly. And he's got loyal followers that came in. Now let's get a few more. He's only $53 over goal. God forbid anybody back out. We don't want him falling under. So give him a little cushion. Show him a little love. If you like crime dramas, if you like gun fights and car chases, if you like that kind of thing, which is, I guess, like those 70s movies, you know, give it a shot. I'm telling you. 22 backers, 9 days to go. You got some time, but remember, it doesn't collect your money until the campaign is over. So let's show Charles some love, and let's back this bad boy. Let's give him a bigger cushion. And again, if you get to 2,000, get free stuff. Who doesn't want free stuff? Free stuff. All right. Those are the campaigns, and then I'm going to do a quick show of tragedy. But before I do, if anybody's watching and you have a campaign right now and you want to drop your link in my chat right now, I'll show you a campaign right now. I'll show the trailer. We'll do a run through, etc. And I just want to remind you, I'm going to show you the list right here. We've got Michael Ratliff's Sketches Volume 1. Okay. We've got Sultry Slashers by Flash Delirium LLC. These all have just a few days left. We've got Voyage by Zach Morois. Eight days to go. We've got Cataclysm by Rob Powers. That has 22 days to go. He's working his way slowly to funding. Let's get him that other $2,537. Let's do it. Rob Powers. All the links are in the chat. So go click them. Corrupt Moon, Bloodline, issue number 1 by Nick Hughes. Again, it's they got a cool crossover going on with Rob Powers' Cataclysm. Back them both. Get a nice double print, two-sided print. I mean, connecting print. Sorry. And then we've got M Squad by Jerry Rasco. That has 23 days to go. And then finally, we've got Charles W. Morgan, Cold Cutter. Now stick around just for a minute. Everybody's leaving. I'm glad that you stayed for yours. How about you stay for others? That's always a good thing. And I'm going to show you, last but not least, or maybe it's least, Tragedy Chapter 5. This is my baby. This is my flagship title. This is my passion. This is my love. And this is a good book. This is a poster of things to come. These are characters that are going to show up in the book if we can continue doing the book. So we have 92 backers with 23 days to go at 3,600. Thank you to everyone who has supported. I greatly appreciate you more than you know. Here's Chapter 5's trailer. You can catch up 1 through 4, but here's the trailer to Chapter 5. Thank you to Les Dudis, Lesdudis, for the trailer. Rob does all my trailers, but Les Dudis has been doing Tragedy from day one. So I love what he does, and for consistency, he's on it. But Robert Powers is amazing, amazing trailers. See, I love to see this, man. Rob Powers picked up the Strowman cover from Charles. Charles back to Cataclysm and Blood Moon. This is what it's about. It's about supporting each other and helping lift each other up. I'm very serious when I say that. There are some people that say that. They don't really mean it. I mean it. All right. So, Filbo Publishing. Do not sleep on them. That's all I'm going to say about that. I've got the trailers to all of these Tragedy campaigns available on the site if you want to check them out. There's the team. Ricardo Silva doing beautiful line work and interiors. Thank you, Ricardo. Professional for 30 years. He's colored everything in your collection, Marvel and DC, and he's colored every big name possible. Chris Sotomayor. Jason Meadows doing letters. There's my buddy Rob. He came up with the logo font. His wife, Maura, stepped in, made it 3D, put the ballerina, and just took it to another level. The two of them are the dynamic duo, super team. His wife formats all my books, did the corner box. Rob did the logo with her. Fantastic. Jesse Hagee colored one of my covers. February Ferdian, amazing colorist from Indonesia. He's awesome. And Fabio Bandres, who colored the gatefold cover that we're doing there. Greg said, "You guys are killing me. All my band money is going to you guys." I have some interiors here to show you. Obviously, you can see the artwork is top notch. Ricardo's no joke. It's you get to see how I write. I'm not going to tell you I'm a great writer. I'm going to tell you to go find out. Check out for yourself. Chuck Dixon, Peter David, Howard Mackey say that I wrote a good story. The first issue was very good. If you don't believe that, if you don't believe them, find out for yourself. This starts off with action. A lot happens in this book. Breath of the Dragon and Tragedy. A lot happens in this book. And we got a lot of covers because I always have a lot of covers. We've got Kickstarter exclusives. Now, I'm going to remind you, because of the way Kickstarter does their add-ons, I have a lot of one-offs or limited stuff. So I had to separate some to add-on and some to main pledge, or you won't be able to get both. Now, it may have caused a few problems for people. I apologize. If you only wanted a Kickstarter exclusive, just back something, get the Kickstarter exclusive, send me a message right away. I'll refund you the money on the main pledge so you can just keep pay for the shipping and the exclusive. Okay, I know it's convoluted. It's something Kickstarter refuses to fix. I apologize. We have this sketch cover with Kevin Anthony DeCastro's art on it. That was a book 3 cover. And we did a nice, rare sketch cover. It's limited to 30. You can draw on this side and have any character you want facing her. The Crow, Hellboy, Elektra. It'd be awesome. A glow in the dark. We limited to 20. Rob Powers did the mask and colored by Chris Hall. And this is a glow in the dark variant that is only 20 copies. And I promise you, when I say these exclusives are limited to 30 and 20 and 25 is the next one, that's it. That's all I'm printing. I'm not printing an extra 2 or 3 for damages. I'm not printing extra to sell at shows. I'm not printing extra so I can sell later if I blow up and they're expensive. I don't do that stuff. I promise you. This is limited to 20. I'm only printing 20. If only 5 come off the campaign, that means I'll have 15 left in my possession. That's what you'll see being sold at shows. If I say 20, you have my word. It's 20. My word on my family. That's it. What I say it's limited to is what it's limited to. So we've got the sketch cover limited to 30. We've got the glow in the dark limited to 20. And I think this is limited to 25. This is a lava foil. illustrated by Luis Etienne Villahermosa. And unfortunately, I'm not to know the colorist for whatever reason, so I can't give the colorist credit. And this is just badass looking. It's going to look fantastic as a lava foil. Trust me on that. We have one-off sketch covers. This is Kenny Calderon, Zealot from Wildcats, Jim Lee versus Tragedy, My Character. That's original art on book 2. We have original art by Kenny Calderon again on book 3. Taskmaster versus Breath of the Dragon. I love these books. I don't want to part with these, to be honest with you. If they don't sell, I'm happy because I get to keep them, and if they do sell, I'm happy because someone gets to enjoy them. Sean Carlson, Elektra versus Tragedy. Sean Carlson, Breath of the Dragon versus Deathstroke the Terminator. Guys, these are one of these only. Original art by these artists on the cover. This is issue 2. This is issue 1. So you could technically buy these, get issue 1, 2, and 3, and get original art. And they're not that expensive for these full. I mean, there's full backgrounds on these guys and 2 full characters, and they're $150. That's a steal. On Vu and Mike Gerlich. I hope I pronounce his last name right. I always say Gerlich, and I hope I'm not wrong. And J.M. DeSantis. So these are original art. Don't sleep on this. I have someone actually going to pledge on this. If you have a convention, a local comic store, an online comic dealership, a YouTube channel you're trying to get followers and promote, a toy store, you can get half-page or full-page ads in the Tragedy trade paperback. The trade paperback is going to have Bill Sienkiewicz cover, Chris Bachalo cover, and some other big-name covers I can't mention right now until I get them in. And it's expected to do well. My Kickstarters get decent amount of backers. And unlike Facebook ads, etc., you can quantify who they go to. And when you put an ad in the book, even if I go to second printing, third printing, fourth printing, your ad's always going to be in the book. So whatever books I sell at conventions, and I travel, you all know I was just in Vegas, I'll be in Phoenix, and I'll be going to San Diego. I'm at New York Comic Con. You know that I sell everywhere. I've sold probably about 10,000 issues of issues 1 through 4 so far. Mostly issue 1, about 4,000, and it trickled after that. But I've sold a lot. Imagine your ad is in that trade paperback, and I'm selling to 300 or more backers on Kickstarter, and then I'm selling at conventions and shows and out there. And I'll give you my sales numbers so you know how many people that are your demographic you're directly reaching with your ad. If you're another publisher, I will accept your ad. I don't find you as a rival. And if you're trying to get your Kickstarters out there, or you just started going through distribution and you want to get noticed, this is a good opportunity. There's a retailer tier. You can get all 5 books and the Marvel DC artist variant covers. Filbo Publishing, you want to get everything I publish? Here you go. Blank covers, sketch covers, a pack where you can save money. Here's the gatefold cover. It's a 3-fold cover. It's great. You got the back, the front, and the fold out here with Breath of the Dragon by Ricardo Silva. That's available. You've got the Jimbo Salgado with Alex Sinclair colors. As you know, Alex Sinclair is Jim Lee's go-to colorist, and he's colored so many other things. He's arguably the best colorist in the industry. Certainly probably the most well-known. Kevin Stewart, nice homage to Frank Miller, or you got that Frank Miller vibe, which this is selling very well. If you love Steph Wilson, we got Steph Wilson with Carrie Ann colors. Jerry Rasco, who we showed his campaign before. We've got his cover. We've got Rob Rettiano with his model Skylar. We've got Kenny Calderon. They killed Kenny. Breath of the Dragon, Wreaking Havoc. If you've read the book, you know his power. And you know it's a power that nobody else has used before. Beautiful painted cover by Ryan Santos. Just gorgeous. All trade dresses were done by Maura Powers. Gus Mock. Jesse Hagee colors. John Kotsis, Fabio colors. Homage to Johnny Romita Jr. And yes, we will digitally put that in, giving him credit. It was put on the border up here and it got taken out by the bleed. I promise you every issue will have that credit, that after JR credit. I love this cover. Javier Lugo. Jesse about to take his head off. Jesse travels through shadows. And I love this cover. Michael LaPeruta did this and sent it to me, and I said, hey, I want to make a cover. Let me buy it. And I did. It breaks up the monotony of the seriousness. I like to get Steph Wilson and covers like this sometimes just to change it up, break up how serious, intense tragedy can be. And of course, these heroes, they don't stand up to her, right, guys? We all know that. So they should be giving her flowers. This is a fun cover. That was really cool. I love what he did there. We unlocked the first stretch goal with the die cut sticker of the Chance Wolf cover image. That's one of my biggest sellers. I've sold thousands of this. This and Ian Churchill I've sold thousands of. I mean, they're just amazing covers. And that's going to be a die cut sticker for everybody that backs the campaign. Physical back. We are about to open. We're $400 away from unlocking this stretch goal, which is the next of the series of chibis by Rob Powers, Jesse, that travels through shadows. Now, if you did the other campaigns, you have the first 4 chibis because they were like this. They were stretch goals. But if you missed those campaigns or 1 or 2, I have add-ons where you can buy those 4 chibi prints. That way, when we unlock this, God willing, we unlock this, you'll have the set. And then we've got some great prints by Fatlantis, Dustin Tyree, sorry, that's 2 from him, and a black and white comic size print by Ricardo Silva if we would have hit 12 grand. Tragedy has hit 13 grand before. I know it's a tough economy. It would be great to get back there. And I would love to give away all this stuff free. Add-ons for Tragedy. These are the covers you get if you buy Tragedy. So you get Ian Churchill, you get Tyler Kirkham, Mike DeBalfo, and Jose Luis, John Livesay, and Alex Sinclair. Dynamics number 1. Boom, boom. Oh, and I have some news about this campaign shortly. There's the trailer. My prose book, The Devil's in the Details, which has been selling well at conventions, surprisingly. I didn't expect it to at comic conventions, but this book is going. People are buying it. They're interested. The reviews have been great on it. People really enjoy the writing. They've been inspired by the book, which is very humbling. Withered, still in production, but I'm telling you now, Will is turning in pages that'll make your jaw just drop and you just drool. I'm telling you, it's like The Mask when he turned into Wolf and his tongue rolled out and his eyes popped out. That's what it's like when you look at these pages. And that's a cover by Will Played and painted. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's the trailer. Art books. We've got a Rob Powers art book. We've got Will Playton, Kenny Calderon, Ricardo Silva, Carlos Ramos, Rod Rodolfo, and Kevin Stewart. So if you like their art, if you liked some of these guys' covers on this campaign, Ricardo, Kenny, and Kevin have covers for Tragedy. Will has the Withered cover. Rob Powers has the Dynamics cover. Rod Ramos did a horror book for me, by the way, that you're going to see soon. And Carlos Ramos, you can get their art books. You can get all, pick 3, or just whatever one you want. And there's Kevin Stewart's book. There's the trailer for the campaign we did. Here's the chibi sets as add-ons. If you want, if we're about to unlock, hopefully, if we get 400. Christian, what's going on? How are you, sir? Sticker set, if you want stickers to add to the sticker we unlocked. Black and white prints. Gus Marks, original cover in a comic size print. Jimbo Salgado, same thing. If you buy those books and you buy this add-on, they're the same size, so you can frame them up next to each other. Do a nice thing there. Sometimes, people haven't thought of this. I guess you can't. I don't know if you could, but maybe you could put the print on the back of the book when you get it graded, so it's on the back and the cover's on the front. But then maybe you can't because I don't know. You'd have to find out. Shot glass set. Let's toast to Tragedy's success. You got the Steph Wilson first cover he ever did and cover 5. These shot glasses are available, $30 for the set. They're 15 each. And they'll be shipped directly from Moto Glass out of Phoenix, who does them. And that's what they look like. That's a picture of the actual glasses. So that's no sneak peek. Yeah, that's no graphic. That's them. You can make anyone a virgin, any one of them a foil. And here are some art samples of the people that you can get original art commissions from. If you love this art, you can get 11 by 17 full figure and background, black and white, by Kevin, by Kenny. By the way, this piece is for sale. I still have it in my portfolio. It is available for sale. Reach out to me. You got the Rob Powers sketchbook, art book. You've got Ricardo Silva. He's available for commissions. And you've got his art book, and you've got his cover, his gatefold cover. Will Pladen, you've got his withered cover. You've got, and you can get an art commission by Will Pladen. Look at that. Carlos Ramos, you can get his art book or a commission from him. Rod Rodolfo, you can get his art book and a commission by him. And that's it. Now, with all this good on here, I'm going to add very soon a mystery box. In that mystery box, you can get anything from a foil cover to a big name cover like Sean Chen, Ian Churchill, Larry Stroman, a bunch of names. In Tyler Kirkham, etc. You can get in the mystery box. You'll also get a metal print, comic size metal print of the Mike DeBalfo cover, and you will get the Dynamics #1, and you'll get any one of the variants. There's 5 variants. There's a Steph Wilson, Kenny Calderon, Rob Powers, Ricardo Silva, Martha Stewart, and Addie Kidd. So you're going to get 6 books, a metal print. One of those books can be a foil. They're going to be big name books. I don't give you garbage in my mystery boxes. Ask anybody. And I might even throw in some prints too. Sorry, Martha Schwartz. Sorry, I said Stewart. Martha Schwartz. Sorry. So that's what's going to go on there. I'm going to add that mystery box. Then I'm going to be adding 2 other original sketch art covers that are going to be for $75 each. They're not highly expensive. 3 of them I'm going to add, and they're full color. One of them is full color. And then later on, I'm going to sweeten the pot with 2 beautiful covers by Ardian Syaf, or Sif. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Arjun Sif. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I hope he corrects me. Those 2 beautiful covers are going to be sold as a set, The Tragedy and The Breath of the Dragon. And they look great. And they're colored by February 30 on. I've posted them. So we're going to be adding to this campaign because, guys, I'm giving you everything I've got. Everything I've got. Because I believe in this book. I believe in Filbo Publishing. I believe in the books I'm putting out there. People are reviewing them really well, if the ones that give them a shot. So you just need to give it a shot. That's all I'm asking is you give it a shot, because it's professional level work, and I'm working with not only the best indie people in the industry, big names. And if you want me to continue this quality, you've got to support me. I need help. I need financial help. I work a shit ton of hours to afford all of this, and my book is done. This book is done. Chapter 5 is print ready. The file is set. I'm waiting to see what I need to print off this Kickstarter. So fulfillment is going, and you all know me. When I get the books from the printer, I fulfill in a day. My wife and I crank out almost 300 backers, pledges in a day. And I think we've had 2 mistakes in our whole life, 1 mistake in our whole life, and 5 tragedy campaigns and a bunch of others. So we will fulfill quickly. I promise you, you're going to get what you deserve when you spend your hard-earned money on me. And lastly, the trade paperback is going to follow a couple of months later in the summer. And this trade paperback is going to have the Bill Sienkiewicz cover, Chris Picciolo cover, and at least 1 other big name cover that I'm excited about. It's going to have the original issue 1 before it was remastered, and then it'll have issues 1 through 5 since the remaster. It's going to have an art gallery, a fan art gallery. It's going to have this picture of this Tragedy Things to Come. Is going to be a double-page spread in the book. It's going to have a foreword by Chuck Dixon. It's going to have a sketch art, a sketch cover gallery in it. It's going to have a manga on the back of it, done by Kenny Calderon, a tragedy manga that's going to be the traditional style. So when you read the trade paperback, Western style, left to right, and you get to the end, it's going to be the manga, read right to left. And that is looking amazing. And because of the contest, the writer contest, I have 2 people that are going to have their 10-page stories attached to this book in the end. This is going to be several hundred pages, this book. It is going to be a beautiful volume of tragedy because I want to celebrate getting to 5. Those of you know me know that I started tragedy from probably the worst part of my life. I almost died from COVID. I was in bed for 6 weeks. I lost 60 pounds. I had muscle atrophy. I was on 4 liters of oxygen. I was in the hospital for a week. I was wasting away. I had pneumonia, COVID, and so many blood clots in my lungs that they couldn't even count them. I had blood clots in my legs, and it was very serious. Some people may not believe that or think that because I was still plugging along as best I could, but it's the truth. And out of that, laying in bed, I started writing, and tragedy was born. And I'm proud of it. And even if it's just being made for me and 5 people, I want to continue because I have so many stories to tell. I've written 26 issues so far, scripts, and I have stories past 75. I have plans for this book. I have plans for Filbo Publishing. So please jump on board, be a part of this. I appreciate you, those who have already. And if you haven't, please tell me why. Let me know. Maybe I can help you. Is it you don't know how to navigate Kickstarter and you're intimidated? Is it you're not sure if this is a book for you? Is it something that you're concerned about in the book? There's no sexuality in the book, but there is violence. It is a violent book. There's martial arts. There's Chinese mysticism. There's superpowered metahumans. There's rival mafia. There's gun shooting. There's stabbing with swords, etc. Hey, kiddo. There's people that are set on fire. It's a violent book, and it's got a lot of fighting and action. It also has some great exposition with characters you can relate to. And I like to create the characters that the villains you love to hate and the villains you hate to love. So give it a try. Check it out. I'm going to drop the link right now in the campaign, in the chat, and show me some love, please. Show everybody love. And look, honestly, I know you don't have enough money to support all these campaigns. Pick 1, pick 2, and support them, whoever they are. Even if it's not me, just pick them and support them. They need you. We need you. And we appreciate you. All right? So having said that, hey, kitten. Give me 1 second. I'm about to leave. Having said that, thanks for checking out all these Kickstarter campaigns with me. Please give them a solid look. Give them it costs you nothing to take. Just go to their pages and check them out and give them a shot. All right? A few minutes of your time. And there's Bear. Hi, Bear. And there's a kitten. There's a kitten. Look. Meow. All right. So I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with. Oh, before I do that, these guys, oh my God. She sold art Saturday and Sunday at the show and made $82. The other one, she only sold on Sunday and made $40. They're racking it in, man. Pays to be cute. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with.
Have fun storming that castle.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Wait. You want to do the first part, Melanie, and she does the second part? Come on, Melanie. Melanie's a shy one. You used to do commercials with me. All right. I'll say my part, and then you just say what you said. Okay, you ready? Be legendary.
Have fun storming the castle.